In this video, I quickly show you how we can hide and unhide VSS snapshots by changing its type GUID. I will not cover VSS snapshots as the topic is well covered by others. I'm assuming you know how VSS snapshots are working. The very first thing I do is I will list existing VSS snapshot using VSS admin command, and then list shadows. As you can see, there are no shadows on my drive within this particular virtual machine. I will create a shadow, I will create a snapshot for a C drive using VSS admin create shadow /for equals C for the drive C. By the way, this version of the command is working on only on the server version, not on the workstation. And the shadow copy is created. It has his own volume name. If I repeat VSS admin list shadows, I can see it on the list, including its properties, the creation time, shadow copy volume name, which I will need in a moment. So it is basically working. If I display details of the structure of the VSS, I have a simple tool I have written, which is called get vol_snap query application info. The name comes after the function being used for this purpose. I will paste the shadow copy volume name. I can see details. Here you can see the overall length on the structure, and then some information about the machine where it was created. This is the name of this particular server, and a couple of GUIDs, including the very special GUID about the type of the VSS snapshot. Here you can see E5DE and so on, and it is here E5DE and so on, 7D45, etc., etc., in the order how we store GUIDs in binary format. If I replace this particular GUID with this value, some magic will happen. For replacing it, I have another tool I have written. Of course, I'm sharing a source code of the compiled tool on my GitHub. So I will replace the GUID. The command for this, it is hide snapshot, and I will provide a volume name. So the volume name comes here. Control C, Control V, enter, done. And right now I go up, VSS admin list shadows, show me absolutely no shadows exist on my drive. And what I can do now, I can do the mklink command for creating symbolic links. And the mklink with parameters /d and then link being the, let's call it C shadow, and then the target being this one, and that with the backslash, the mklink will be created, which is kind of interesting as such shadow does not exist according to the VSS admin command. Right now I can, let's try to create in the temp directory dir testtxt does not exist, copy con testtxt something and F6 and dir testtxt shows the file exists. I have created it on the drive, but it obviously does not exist within the shadow copy. So I will try to do the dir of the shadow copy through the link I have created. So dir C S shadow, then temp, then if I do dir of the temp folder on my shadow copy, you can see tools I have used for this particular video, but no test file. If I do the current dir C temp, of course testtxt is present here. What does it mean?
the shadow copy is fully working the way we expect from the VSS shadow copy. In the same time, again, VSS admin list shadows shows me there is no shadow, so how it can be working, because its GUID is changed. If I change the GUID again, let me return here to the command I use, hide snapshot, and I will use the second one I have written, unhide snapshot, done. And then VSS admin list shadows clearly shows the shadow reappeared on the list. As I have told you, everything is published on my GitHub. I'm publishing a C and the compiled exe files. When it comes to the content of this particular file, it is relatively easy. I'm defining IOCTL codes, getting a handle to the snapshot I provide as parameter to the tool, and then I'm reading application info by using IOCTL vol/snap query application info command. I store it within the buffer after determining the length of the buffer, and then I'm setting it again using the GUID and the buffer I have defined a couple of lines earlier. And that's basically it. You can play with this on your own, and obviously at own risk.